is Shira, and this is your new moon in Aquarius outlook for February 1st, 2022. So to get started, we have the new moon in Aquarius at 12 degrees. And this is making a conjunction to Aquarius at 15 degrees within 3 degrees. So, what does this represent? Well, a new moon, as always, is representative of fresh and new energy, and this depends on the sign the new moon is residing. So in this case, the new moon is in unpredictable, very opinionated and idealistic and humane Aquarius. Aquarius also represents the masses, technology, and the future. So the new moon in Aquarius will represent just that. We will have discussions, or our thoughts are going to be about our humanity, how we treat each other. That could include animals, it can include the earth, and so on. It can also lead to discussions of detached, because Aquarius is an air sign, nature and intellectual debate and intense opinions and discussions. We will have much thought regarding that which includes the future, space, technology, advancement. And we will have to, however, be rather very defensive regarding our discussions, that they don't get a little bit too out of hand, because we have Uranus now at 10 degrees and direct now in Taurus, and this is making a square off to the new moon in Aquarius and to Saturn in Aquarius. And Saturn's final depositor here is in Uranus in Taurus. So on one hand, we will want to communicate and open up to each other and have lively intellectual debates of that which Aquarius represents, and really connect on a very intelligent, non-emotional level. And keep in mind, because Aquarius represents the mind and that which is intellectual and intelligent, we will have to be very cautious of being rather calculating and rather competitive in our debates and our discussions, because of this square between Uranus and Taurus and the Aquarius new moon with Saturn. However, Saturn has a tendency to put the brakes on a little bit, so that can be good and it can be not so good. On one hand, we may catch ourselves in any kind of debate, and on the other hand, Aquarius can be rather critical and or cynical. But with this square to the sudden, surprising, and unpredictable Uranus, we will have to watch out for sudden arguments or sudden actions if things become too heated. So this is one effort that we need to look out for, is not to be combative or challenging or competitive intellectually with each other. And with the Saturn in Aquarius, there could be some setbacks regarding that which Aquarius represent. We may make efforts on a global scale to connect with each other and open up communications, but because of the square with Uranus and with Saturn taking a critical stance, we may find ourselves in certain disagreements. So let's look at the positive here. So we've got Jupiter in its own sign of representation of Pisces, and we have Neptune in Pisces. Now, they are not making a literal conjunction by aspect, but by sign, they are sharing the same Piscean energy. And this is very good because Jupiter in Pisces is very charitable, and Aquarius is very humane. So if we take a soft touch to some of these rather lively disagreements or discussions and kind of turn to our sensitivity, we will find that we share much in common, and by emphasizing our empathy with each other, this will benefit us all very greatly. And with the Aquarius Pisces emphasis right now, it will be very much about charity and giving and imagination and futuristic thinking and planning, and this is all very positive connected with the new moon. And there is a sextile between Mars, the planet of action, elevated in Capricorn, and Jupiter in Pisces. So there will be much discussion, as aforementioned, about charitable activities and helping each other. And this includes Venus, the planet of love and affection, also in Capricorn, making a wide conjunction to Mars. So this is very positive. It's very constructive. And with the sextile and charitable Pisces and very hardworking and serious-minded, goal-oriented Capricorn, it's about what? It is about taking action. So it's one thing to be idealistic with the Aquarius emphasis, as well as the imaginative, sensitive Pisces, but with Mars and Venus in the very grounded, practical Capricorn, it is about taking action and helping out. And business, because Capricorn is representative of business and money, goals and ambitions, will be very prominent now. A lot of activity connected with the real estate market and investing. But again, because we are talking about a sextile Earth and water, in this case to Jupiter, our sights will be set very high, and we could very well receive some good news regarding the stock market, real estate now, and investments. And it's going to be a time for charity and kind of helping out each other financially, our resources, and this is extremely positive for the future on this new moon in Aquarius. Very idealistic, very imaginative. Now we do have Mercury as yet retrograde at 24 degrees of Capricorn, and it is conjunct intense Pluto. Now, that somewhat reiterates what I was saying earlier about some of our discussions, especially with Mercury, even retrograde, with the passionate, very focused Pluto in Capricorn. So we will have to be careful of arguments where one person is right, one person is wrong, and feeling very passionate and intense about our mental capacity, our opinions, our intellectualism, and so on and so forth. Luckily for this new moon, there are not a lot of negative aspects. However, right now, the South Node is in Scorpio and the North Node is in Taurus. So they have now left the Gemini and Sagittarius axis for the fixed sign emphasis of Scorpio and Taurus. So this will be positive as far as with Taurus North Node with the Mercury retrograde conjunction with Pluto in Capricorn. This is very grounding, and as always, the nodes are a very sensitive point. And on one hand, we have the South Node making a sextile, and on the other hand, we have the North Node making a trine. So what does this mean? Again, it's about, with the South Node, earth and water, with the North Node about earth. And what does earth always represent? It is about being grounded. It is about our sensibilities. And with earth, it is about doing that which is very practical and helping out with our earth. So you can bet with Venus and Mars in Capricorn, Mercury even retrograde in Capricorn with intense Pluto, and the nodes connected with earth and water, there may be, not necessarily to startle, a concern about our earth as in natural disasters, although it could point to that now, especially with Mercury conjoining intense Pluto. But it is about protecting our earth or cleaning up our earth, and this is going to be another positive aspect of this wonderful Aquarius forward-looking new moon this month. And as always, we've got right now still Neptune in Pisces. That's great for looking into that which is unknown. And this is making a great aspect to Pluto and with Mercury. So what does Neptune represent? Neptune represents the 12th house and connected with Pisces. It is about that which is very sensitive, and again that word, charitable, giving, helpful, insightful, and very psychic. So this month is with all this grounding Capricorn and earth, water, activity, it is a great time to look at that which is unknown or the metaphysical on a very practical level. Another discussion will be, because of this earth water sign emphasis, will be about healing and practical ways of healing, perhaps looking into the organic or the holistic forms of healing, and the metaphysical as well on a more grounded level. So this is also very positive, and all of this will be connected with us personally as well as globally. For example, wherever Aquarius and this new moon with Saturn is in your chart and squaring off Uranus, you will have to be leery of conflicts or keep a bit of some caution. For example, if you have the new moon in your third house, it might be great for buying a vehicle or connecting with your neighbors or some fine communication right now. But if Taurus Uranus is squaring that third house, you will have to also be cautious of automobile breakdowns or communication issues. And again, that's just an example. And additionally, wherever this Capricorn stellium is in your chart is going to be very grounding for you, and one where you are going to look to the practical answers to wherever this stellium lies in your personal birth chart. So certainly I would say that this Aquarian new moon is very forward-looking, futuristic, technologically advanced, and possibly including that of space. But at the same time, because of the square to Uranus, we will have to watch out for somewhat of an intellectual snobbery and prevent any kind of debates that could occur now by being overly critical or negative because of Saturn's connection. The practical Capricorn emphasis right now and the intensity with Pluto will create a more intelligent and grounding, sensible atmosphere, and one where we will be rather nurturing and intelligent and protective of those around us. With Mercury retrograde, we may expect some delays or communication mix-ups. But if we apply Jupiter and Neptune's sextiles with Capricorn, we will find that we will take a very light and sensitive touch and understanding healing nature to those around us. And indeed, we will find this Aquarius new moon very productive indeed. If you'd like to get in touch with me, my contact information is down below. I give one-on-one readings and written reports. Please subscribe to this channel and press the bell notification. Until next time, many, many blessings.